When hanging drywall, you must always remember if there is no pre-existing wall, you must use drywall that is a ½ inch thick or more, based on inspection code. Because the wall is partially concrete, it is best to use masonry nails to hang drywall effectively. It is okay to use drywall screws for the stud portion. Time to add mud. Using an 8-inch drywall knife, scoop some mud onto the blade. Apply a thin coat over the seams where the drywall edges meet. This coat should be about 1/8 inch thick. Apply the joint tape. Immediately after applying the first coat of mud, lay the drywall joint tape onto the wet compound. Use your drywall knife to press the tape firmly into the mud and smooth out any air bubbles. For paper tape, center it over the joint and press it into the mud. Be careful not to stretch the tape. The steps are a little different for fiberglass tape. We'll cover that in a future video. Next, you want to smooth out the mud. After applying the tape, use your drywall knife, typically a 10-inch knife, to smooth the first layer of mud, ensuring it's even and that the tape is fully covered. Scrape away any excess mud, keeping the coat as smooth and level as possible. Feather the edges of the mud so that it gradually blends into the surrounding drywall. Apply the second coat of mud. Allow the first coat of mud to dry completely, which may take 24 hours depending on humidity and temperature. Ray used hot mud for this project, so the mud dried very quickly. Next, you want to lightly sand the surface with a sanding block or sponge to smooth out any ridges or bumps. Be gentle to avoid damaging the drywall paper. Apply a second coat of mud using a 10-inch or 12-inch drywall knife. This layer should be slightly wider than the first to help smooth the joint and blend it into the wall. As with the first coat, smooth out the second layer of mud, feathering the edges to make the transition from the mud to the drywall seamless. Lastly, apply the final coat of mud. The final coat should be as smooth and thin as possible,